Number 7, find the exact value of cotangent of secant inverse of 11 over 9. Now, we have two trig functions here, one inside the other. We call that composition of trigonometric functions. And here's basically what happens. We're given here the secant of a ratio. We know secant is the inverse, or excuse me, the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine's relationship is x over h. So this right here is our h. This is our x. Now here's basically what's happening. This inside the parentheses is going to take these side lengths and it's going to find some angle. But then when you plug that angle into cotangent, it's going to give you a side lengths again. So rather than even finding the angle, I'm just going to skip that and say, we're given an h and an x. We're asked to find cotangent. Since cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, we're looking for x over y. So that's what I need to find for my answer. We already know x is 9. So my answer is going to be 9 over some amount. We'll call it y. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a triangle. All I know so far is that x is positive 9. So when I draw this, I know I'm going to be in one of these two quadrants. I do not know if the y is positive or negative, so I'll draw them both, and we're just going to have like a plus or minus in the answer. But here's what we're given so far. Let me connect these. Okay, this says that x is 9. So this, either way, this is 9 units long. And we also know the hypotenuse is 11. Now we can find the y. This is if it's positive. This is if it's negative. We can do so by using the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus y squared equals our h squared. So in this case, x is 9. So 9 squared plus 11 squared will equal, 9 squared plus y squared will equal 11 squared. 9 squared is 81. And 11 squared is 121. When I subtract those, I'm going to get 40. So y squared will equal 40. What we need to do now is take the square root. So the square root of y squared, that'll cancel that. Now anytime you take a square root that's not originally there, we need to do our plus or minus. So plus or minus the square root of 40. So y is going to equal, now I know the square root of 40 is the same thing as square root of 4 times square root 10. This cannot reduce since the factors are 2 and 5, but 4 can. Its value is 2 times square root 10. So that's what we have here. We either have 2 times the square root of 10 as a positive, or we have negative 2 square root of 10. And now I'm going to erase this little negative so we don't get confused. So these are our two values. We want cotangent. Since they don't tell us if it's positive or negative, we're just going to assume it's the positive. And so I'm going to write my answer as having the x over the y. So now we know the y is going to be equal to 2 square roots of 10. I'm going to rationalize the denominator by multiplying by square root 10. And so this would be, move this over a little bit, this would be 9 square root 10 over, this becomes 2 times 10, which is 20, and that's our final answer there.